Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. It has been a little while since I've been here, so my apologies. We had an illness in the house last fortnight. So I can see that we've got a number of people here. If you just want to pop up a hello so I know who I'm talking to. If you even want to let me know where you're from, that'd be fantastic. So Facebook's just changed. I've gone onto this new Facebook and I'm just making sure that it is. Oh yeah, here it is. It's on Facebook. It's on here. Okay, cool. I couldn't get it to load before on my phone. Rightio. So, hi Dan. Hi Tammy. Hi Melissa. New. Thank you for joining me. Jenny, hi. How are you? Okay, I've got to turn. Maybe. We'll see how much that dings. Hopefully I won't get notifications all the time. Hi Louise, she's in Burrawa. Alicia, hello. Destiny Cat, Karen Wilson, hi guys. Thank you for joining me. Katrina, hello lovely. Okay, so I've had a busy day, so I am a bit tired. I will just honour that, but I can trance channel regardless of what I've got going on, which is really quite nice. So I know for the last couple of trance channel transmissions that I have been doing a couple of readings. I'm not sure how that will kind of unfold. We'll see what happens, but realistically, this space is for the trance channel transmissions. It's really about spirit connecting with you in a way that you can take on the healing energy of what's happening and also empower yourself. So, just going to wing it and see what happens, I think. So, I do want to let you guys know that I am available for one-on-one services. I also have online trance channel meditation and spiritual awareness classes. So they happen on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 6 o'clock. And if you can't meet one of them, then I offer a subscription. So the recorded channel will go straight to your inbox and you'll have 6 days to repeat that before the next one comes the following week for the whole month. That's paid month at the start of the month for the whole month. What else do I have going on? I am available for soul guidance readings as well. I'm also available for, so hang on 2 seconds. We will hide that one. We will hide that one and we will show that one. There we go. Make you all dizzy, won't we? So, hi, Ellen. Thank you for joining. I'm also, it's not that one, it's that one. I'm also available for soul guidance sessions. Soul guidance sessions is one-on-one. You come with an intention. We unpack the intention with spirit offering the questions and my intuitive aspect of me. And we just gently unpack what you've got going on. And that could take us, pretty much all my work takes me in any which direction. And that's what makes it so exciting. So a soul guidance session could be anything. Could be inner child work, it could be attachments, it could be soul retrieval, it could be anything. So we just keep ourselves open, and I never presume anything when I'm going into a session or anything, because there's no point, because it's always just a very interesting space to watch it all unfold. So the other thing that we've got coming up, which is why I'm so busy, because it's the week before my event. So we've got the Winter Wellbeing Expo at West Illawarra Club at Unanderra on this Saturday and Sunday. It's only $5 entry per day, and we have a couple of hours of stage lineup every day. So you've got free stage presentations. We've got, for the first 50 through the door, we've got the Living Wellness promo bag, and that's packed full of little discounts and special offers to be either redeemed on the day or into the future. We have amazing readers, healers, and spiritual and wellness retailers, and we are full. We cannot fit anyone else in. So we would love it if you would let your friends and family know where we will be, and we look forward to seeing you there. Okay, so I just want to talk briefly about what's been happening in my field lately, is which I forget to tell everyone what it is that I do, but the other aspect of all the things that I do is that I offer house clearings and land clearings, and they can be from earthbound spirits through to non-human entities. I've had a little bit of a run on it lately. There's been a theme happening, and I've been doing quite a few house clearings. Now, they can be done remotely. We just set up a Zoom session, and you'd be in your house if you've got something going on. And we work together to anchor the light, and then I'm given all the insight and information, and even like remote viewing. I can see what's going on in what room, and I go about my business, hey Des, and clear it all. So I had an interesting one the other day, and it ended up being bigger than what the client had thought it was. We had a earthbound spirit, but we also had a non-human entity in there, and a negative portal which was closed. But I was taken to another building as well, and I was asking where the well was, and they weren't aware, but we did figure out kind of where it would be. And at the very start of the session, hey Blake, how are you? At the very start of the session, I had a really sore neck, and I've had neck pain for years on and off, and this was very different. And I'm like, what's going on? So I did a little stretch, and it wasn't until later that I pieced it together, because we had so many energies from so many different things, that it was the little girl that fell down the well that had snapped her neck. So that's what I was feeling. But along with what we did in the house and the other outbuilding and the well, there was also a calling from the land and the Indigenous people that I was to call them in from a 100-kilometre radius. So myself and this lady worked together. It was very specific that they wanted her to come in and assist, and it was really beautiful. So I just love how the spaces, it doesn't matter how many times you go into something that's got the same title, or, the same kind of feel, it'll always be different. So the idea is to just be open in your journey as well, that there's a lot more out there. So all right, let's just see if people have got a couple of questions. We might just do a couple of intuitive questions. You need to be really specific. Bear in mind, I have been reading for a number of years, but this platform is really, really different. So I just want to be brutally honest with you. So I might be a little slow on the uptake, but honestly, I've been on Spirit's training ground for years and years and years. One thing that does come up is starseed connections. So quite often when I meet someone, I will get information, and this happened. Yeah, I had to actually apologize to the lady, because I said hello to her, and then I'm like, do you realize? And then it all just kind of comes spewing out of my mouth. But what I was telling her was making sense, and why she felt so uncomfortable here on this planet was because she hadn't had many existences, and, I could help her to link up to the planet that she spent the majority of her lives in, and the space that she felt the most comfortable. So I am a little bit of a mixed bag regarding all of my gifts and talents. So hi, Jane from Aubrey. Okay. So has anyone got any questions that they would like to know more for me to tune in intuitively, psychically? And we'll go from there. So I'll give you guys a second if anyone's willing. And then we'll get into the trance channel. Everyone's quiet tonight. Another little interesting thing happened on Facebook, come up in my feed about a morgue in America, and this the people, the guy who owned it had basically said that there was something quite sinister in the premises, and he had basically just packed his belongings and left. So the morgue is exactly, or the funeral home is exactly how it was, with coffins and everything, paperwork, everything is still there. And interestingly enough, I love how Spirit gives you these little heads up. 2 days later, a friend of mine had contacted me regarding a property which was a morgue, which needs clearing. And ironically, she'd seen the same thing on Facebook, had come up in her feed as well. So, okay, Tammy. All right, let's see if I can pull the thread. So, with past lives, it is literally like finding a little thread and just pulling it. Now, bear in mind, okay, excellent. Hang on, I'll bring this up. Jane, you helped us clear our shed about a year ago. It's been nice ever since. That's really good to know. Thank you for that. The thing is with past lives, I can't give you any validation. So it's just a matter of you trusting that what I'm receiving is the truth. Like I said, for me, it's just like pulling a little thread. So let me tune in and. Okay. So I've got a question for you. And I'm not sure if he's watching or not, and this is where it can be a little bit challenging. So the lifetime that I've got is that he is sitting in kingship, is the word. He's sitting in power, and you are a servant, subservient. And there is this real energy of ownership and overpowering you, like you are less than. So, hi, James. So, not the nicest lifetime, and a lot of them aren't when it comes time for clearing in order to bring some balance back in. I don't know if you've got any feedback regarding that. More often than not, basically what you need to do is look at the balance of power, whether the balance of power in the relationship is sitting on one side more than the other side, because regardless of what the relationship is, it should be balanced. That you are both sitting in your own power, and that you do not have any need to have power over another or dictate what is meant to be. So that is what is coming up for you. More often than not, okay, excellent. Okay, so Tammy says, haha, I could see that. Excellent, thank you. Quite often when we bring the past lives into the present, into the light, it actually helps clear it. But you really need to be mindful about how balanced your relationship is. Okay, and if there's anything that is feeling too much on the other side of the seesaw, then it's about some cord cutting would be really good as well. And there's vows to You know, when they all say, "Long live the king," it's a spoken word, and the spoken word is part of your vows. So there's a connection to that. So it would be a good idea. Um, I don't know if you know about it, but releasing any contracts, vows, oaths, or agreements that you've made in that lifetime or any lifetime, and that will help to just create that space where you're not intertwined in a way that is derogatory. Okay. Thanks, James. Good evening. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Okay. Jane, you're in Albury, I think you said. Okay. All right. Louise Joyce. I've flipped around job wise my whole life, but I'm starting down a new path. Always felt like I was destined for something big, just don't know what it is. I feel like what I'm being shown is, and I'm trying not to look at your picture, is that you have a generous voice, is the word. So they're not saying it's a big voice, but you have a big presence, is the feeling that I'm getting. And it's about following that conviction of your voice. So I'm not sure whether it is that whether you do sing or recite or use your voice in some way, whether it's counseling or something like that. But the life of the party, whatever it is, I feel like that is the key to your future. The other thing that they're saying is that it's really important that you are more grounded, because a lot of everything is sitting up here, and it's just about bringing it down through that channel and into your feet so that you can find your direction a lot easier, instead of it. The words higgledy piggledy, like it just feels like you're doing these ones all the time. So, destined for something big, just don't know what it is. Well, that's part of the journey, isn't it? We're all a star inside, aren't we? So it's just a matter of finding what fulfills you. So I'll be interested to know how you go with that. And yeah, it's not my job to tell you what you're going to be. You could change vocations a number of different times, because it'll add to your uh, to your resume, to your list, your gifts, your talents, before you actually kind of step stone until where you land, exactly where you're going to be. Hope that helps. Oh, good. Excellent. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate that. That helps. That pretty much how I feel, ha ha ha, have been told about being a communicator. Awesome. Go with it, lovely. That's how it works. We go with our gifts. Okay. And yeah, it like whether it is counseling, but yeah, there's a real kindness and softness to you, as much as you are quite large in your presence, in your energy. It's because your energy is so big. So you don't feel like a shy girl, basically. Alrighty. Okay. So we've got a few questions coming in. Okay. Right. Melissa, they're asking you to observe the issue from all viewpoints. Okay. To take some consideration to step outside of yourself, to view the situation from another perspective, but even from your friend's perspective or your parents' perspective or your kids' perspective, because I feel like this needs a really well-rounded perspective before you can kind of be comfortable with the decision that needs to be made. Um, the Is it the right choice now to try and sell our home? Choices are choices. There is no right, there is no wrong choice. You need to follow your gut and just trust. sit with it, sit with how it feels within. Ask your body, is it the right time? It's also contributing to the energy of everyone else that's involved in it as well. So what might feel like the right time for you may not, hubby may be holding back a little bit, or vice versa. So it's about you two coming together and being on the same page at the same time. Will we better our life, or will we be making a mistake? There are no mistakes. There are only choices and lessons, and it doesn't matter which direction you go in, there will be choices and lessons. Spirit doesn't see mistakes. Okay. So it feels like there's a lot of noise in your head. So you're going to be asked to get grounded as well. It's really important that you do this, and find some peace. So I'm seeing you sitting on the grass, just quietly in your own space, so that you can gain some clearer insight into that. It also feels like there's a grandmotherly energy around you, and I'm not going to go into that, but it does feel like there's a grandmotherly energy that is there, kind of holding your shoulder, holding your hand, helping you through that. But yeah, I'm not doing any mediumship, but I just had to acknowledge that. Okay, so the assistance is there. You've just got to learn to trust yourself and get out of the busyness of your head and get that space to find that insight. So I hope that helps you. Okay, I've just got to flip up and down to find. Okay, thanks, Tammy. Okay, so this is more of a, this is not a psychic question per se. It's funny, there can be so many things that are wrapped up regarding being able to execute really clear boundaries for ourselves. And a lot of it will come down to self love and self respect. And also, if we haven't had the support in our life to help us cultivate those spaces for ourselves, then if we don't have healthy boundaries and we're not comfortable with saying no, or we don't like conflict, then you'll find that there will be many opportunities for you to get more comfortable with it. So for me, I've had time after time after time after time after time with conflict and confrontation, specifically with professionals. So in business, and I have learnt to use my voice, but I've also learnt to honor what I'm feeling, work through what I'm feeling, and then tackle it with just the facts. Okay. So it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign pointing you to the direction of where some growth would be of benefit. Okay. Um, Quite often we're fearful of saying no to others because we might, they might get upset, or they might get angry, or they might challenge us. But listen to your body. Your body generally, when you say, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that," and your whole body goes, "Oh, I don't want to do that. I really don't know. I don't want to do that, and I don't know why I said that." Okay, so there's beauty in pause. To just when you're asked something, to just pause for a couple of seconds, take a deep breath, and then give your answer. Okay, what you feel comfortable with, or even saying things like, "Look, I can't make a decision at this time. Can I get back to you?" Okay, so I hope that helps you. Okay, let's have a look at this. Destiny Cat, you did a clearing for my place at Barry. Yeah, it was massive. and exciting too because of all the different things that were happening. Today, I was abused by a stranger while sitting parked in my car. I'm wondering if this person is a problem neighbour, given I've had no contact with these people, so don't know them. If was the neighbour, what's happening energetically? Let's just look at the energy of what's going on. Have you been quite insular at the moment? I feel like you've been quite insular. And sometimes when we're insular and we're focusing on our own light and we're not challenged out by the environment, when we do go out into the environment, we can be like a bit of a bright spark. And the energies at the moment, oh, well, you know what? The energies have been full on for ages. But the energies, the moth will always be drawn to the flame. Okay, so I feel like there's potentially a little bit of direction of this energy towards you, which is because of the light that you're holding. Unfortunately, it's just part and parcel of. There we go. We've got a fellow Barry lady. Jasmine's from Barry as well. There you go. Okay, so Destiny Cat says that she has been insular. Yes, excellent. Maybe just work on popping up a extra layer of protection before you go out, and not take people's energy on because you don't have to. Okay, because it really doesn't feel like it was about you per se, personally. It feels like it was about the frequency that you're emitting. Okay. And look, I do know you are a star seed. So, yeah, and I do know that the activity has been ramped up on your property since we did the clearing. So I'm seeing a lot of landings that are happening energetically. I'm not sure if you have noticed, but there's also a lot of downloads. So for me, I'm seeing all the downloads. So they have been bombarding you in your sleep state, because they're preparing you. So what are they preparing you for? They're to be the messenger. There you go. Let me know how you feel about that. Yes, Dan, you should Google it. That'd be great. What's a starseed? So a higher dimensional being of light that is from a number of different planets in our universe or multiverse. If you do Google starseed, excellent. Thank you, Destiny Cat. Definitely excellent. Thank you. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, please Google it because there are so many. I channel a number of different energies like the Arcturians, the Palladians, the Blue Avians, Orion, Lyrans. Oh God, yeah. Whoever wants to come in. Yeah, they tend to kind of come through me. So, Dan, you've got a little bit of research. Lovely. Okay, we might do one more. Haha. Excellent, Louise. Can't say I'm a good singer, but I do it all the time. Beautiful. And that is really opening up your throat space. Okay, so that is important. Okay, what's going on here, Jasmine? How do you quiet external influences and imprints to hear your inner voice? Feeling lost and confused. Um, Nature is really going to help you with that, um, because there's an energy there that will help. Well, you won't be. How do you quiet external influences? Okay. I have a feeling that you may have some energies that are a little bit difficult to get rid of. So whether it's, that friend that sucks the living daylights out of you, just drains you. Um, and I really struggle going into the supermarkets, into the shopping centres instantly, instantly. As soon as I get out of the car and step foot into the shopping centre, because I don't like the car park either, because it's just full of fumes and I'm quite sensitive to that. But as soon as I step foot into the shopping centre, I am uh, off my chops, for want of a better word. And I just basically become really ungrounded and just feel woozy. I've got an instant headache. And it's just because there is a massive amount of energy in those places that is too much for me to process. So good reminder that I don't go, I go there as little as I possibly can because of that reason. And I forget, honestly, like I teach this stuff, but I forget to kind of armor up, so to speak. So I will try and remember next time to do that. So it does feel like there is that element going on as well, that you're actually quite sensitive to the energies that are around you. Home kind of feels a little noisy as well. I don't know if you have got the big personalities there, but I am feeling a really large male presence there as well. And it's more overpowering than some other energies that are there. It's really about finding that quiet time, which nature will be a key for that, because it'll take you out of all environments into a different environment, and then all you have to do is just be open and breathe, and just ask your body to relax, ask your mind to relax, command that you release all your stress and tension, and just be okay. The inner voice is it's your radar, it's yours. You own it, okay? So it's not separate from you. And hindsight has 20/20 vision that will clearly show whether you listened to your intuition or you didn't listen to your intuition. So if that's what you're talking about, your intuition, we're given many opportunities to hone our trust in that. I hope that helps. Irene, online shopping and groceries straight to the boot works for me. I like to pick all my own stuff, especially fruit and veg. So a little tactile regarding that stuff. Okay, let's do okay, Melissa says thank you so much. Yeah, good. I hope that helped, lovely. Okay, so we've got two questions here. So Jane's about her focus, struggling with focus lately. I just want to let everyone know that we are receiving a lot of downloads at the moment. There are a lot of large increases in light that's coming from our sun through the coronal bursts and solar flares. The It's been a challenging year. It's been a challenging 2 years, but I've felt that the energy is really ramped up for this year. Is it just a general midwinter COVID drain? Am grounded and well, but it's been unusually hard to keep focus. As we shift timelines and as we're shifting densities, it can. What funny, because I was talking to my friend today and I'm like, I can't get my brain to work. I wanted to tell her all these things and I'd forgotten. And then when I kind of went to say something halfway through a sentence, it was just boom, everything was gone. So I just trust that the brain is doing quite a lot of reconfiguring and the body as we're releasing a lot of stuff as the light is coming in. So keep up with the grounding, keep up with cleansing your energy field is really important as well. Uh, Okay, so a little bit of feedback from Melissa. My husband and I keep flipping sides. I will be all ready to sell and he won't be. And then we swap sides, so we're never on the same page. Thank you. I'm finding this decision really hard and don't know exactly how I feel. Thank you for that. Okay, beautiful. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? And there's one other, Alicia. I've had some pretty horrific dreams lately. Do you think there is something or someone causing this, or just my own shadow stuff? I've found the dream state to be incredibly intense for the last couple of weeks, um, quite vivid, and coming back with quite a lot of memory of what's been happening. But I don't actually go to the effort of going, because if I run through my head exactly what's happened, then I'm more likely to remember it when I wake up again. Um, So what they're saying is that there's a lot of fear and trauma that's being, the word they're using is executed, which is an interesting descriptive word. But yeah, there's a lot of that's being executed from your cellular memory. So it's not just in this lifetime; it'll be other lifetimes. Do you, this is the last question I'm going to answer, and then we're going to do the trance channel. Now, what were they saying? Do you, weird question, do you feel like you're being hunted? Because this real element of being chased. Once again, when we were working on the higher levels, we're doing a lot of work. And regardless of, I don't exactly know the work that I'm doing, but I know that I am busy on those levels, which is why I'm generally tired in the physical aspect a lot of the times. If you can give me some feedback on that, Alicia, that would be great. So for everyone else that's having intense dreams, just know that, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. That makes sense. The dreams have been very traumatic. In my dreams, I am hunted in different scenarios, places, and themes. Yeah, they're putting you through your paces, aren't you? I just got goosebumps all through my body. So, all right, let's see what they have to say about that. Because it's just coming from every which way. It's like no matter which way I look, it's like you're being hunted every which way. It'd be interesting to know how you feel in your life, whether you feel like kind of you're being targeted in your physical life as well, because it actually feels a little bit shamanic what you've got going on. And I know that story as well. So, and when I opened up to that, although it wasn't on the dream state, it was actually here on the physical. I could sense all the energies, and they all kind of come at me at once. So I'm just being reminded of that. So there's that kind of level. It's time to call in your guides, and even if you don't know who they are, when you go to bed, to call in your guides and guardians, angels, whoever you choose to work with, or just call the whole lot in. So when I do classes, we call in our team in spirit, all of them, on all dimensions, all levels, all of them. We don't leave anyone out. It's a big party. So if you could call in your entire team in spirit and ask them to support you as you're moving through the astral level, because I feel like you're kind of getting stuck in that space, and that's where all the attacks coming from, because that's where all the disincarnate spirits are. So in shamanism, it's considered the middle world, and that's where I would go to go find some soul pieces to do a soul retrieval, and it's the kind of space that you just get in and get out. You don't muck around. um, okay, so you've been doing a lot of spiritual development, and you've also said that you will absolutely do that, so I hope that helps. By all means, if you want to contact me directly, and we can work on setting up some energetic structures to help you. I don't know where you live, but We're not limited by any environment on these formats because we can do it all online, or just put it out to spirit. There might be someone, you know, that's close to where you live that you can actually connect face to face with them. So, alrighty. Apologies, I couldn't get to everyone, and I hope that helped those that received a bit of insight. So we're going to switch gears now, and we're going to go to the trance channel. Now, it's quite a big shift. It's a completely different energy. So bear with me. Excellent, thanks, Alicia. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about it, and that will help me shift from that energy of tuning into you guys and what's going on into the trance channel space. So I'm what's known as a trance channel. I connect with high dimensional beings of light, and at count, I think there are around 30 odd energies that choose to communicate via this vessel. It is always a deep pleasure and honor. They always leave my body feeling much better than before they came in, which is a bonus as well. So, like I said at the start, it doesn't really matter what I've got going on. I think because the connection is so strong, and I've been doing it for a number of years, that I could have had a challenging day, but it's kind of like meditation in the sense that you learn to. The rainbow is not energetic. It's got something to do with the Be Live format. So, if only. Um, so, oh golly, I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, the energy. So, it doesn't matter what I've got going on. I could have a really challenging day, tired, emotional, mental, whatever, human, got stuff going on. But it's just a matter of just creating the space and connecting, and they always turn up. So I am put in positions where, you know, I will be doing a trance channel at the expo, and that initially was a challenging position because there's so much activity and movement. And when I do it in my home, I generally like that there's no noise. I can focus a lot better if there's no noise. But I'm learning to do it just as well with noise. As many of you guys know, that yes, it is beautiful, Shell. As many of you guys know, Archangel Michael, I made an agreement with him, and he acts as my doorman, as my security officer, and anything that wants to come through me must come through him first. So that is in place. My frequency is at such a place that I don't tend to attract any low level energies. It is all part of the education, though. So, you know, in the very, very beginning, when I first realized that they wanted to talk through me, I did have a little hairy experience, and it took, it took a little bit to shift that energy that came in. So, but it's all a playground to learn. You skin your knees, you get up, you wipe the dirt off, you put a band-aid on, and off you go again. So, okay. Open your bodies, you know, make sure your arms and legs aren't crossed. It is going to be like a meditation. When I do these trance channel transmissions, I don't know who's coming through. I don't get that insight. If we do a trance channeled meditation and spiritual awareness class, I would tune in, receive the concept, receive a bit of a brief regarding what we're doing so that I can explain it to the class. But this is basically a free fall. This is just jump off the cliff, and whoever wants to come through and say whatever they want to say, it's their space to do that. Just bear in mind that it is multidimensional. So as much as you will be receiving the words are healing as well. The tone of my voice will change, and it can change quite significantly depending on who it is that I'm channeling. The inflections in the voice will be different. Even the words, the choice of words are generally different as well. So I'm lucky enough to feel all this energy, but you should feel it too. So, because the energy, you're inviting it into your space. So, we're not limited by time and space here. The frequency that I am emitting will be with you. So, just be open to receive it. All right. I think I'm in the right zone. So, I might chat for about 15, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm going to have to keep this one short because we've done some other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes because I'm not yet an open-eyed trance channel. If I was an open-eyed trance channel, it is highly likely that you would be looking at spirit's energy through my eyes, not mine. They are preparing me to step out of my body. And recently I've been channeling my higher self, which has been quite intense in a way, which you'd think it would be not as intense, but it has been. But I know that they're preparing me in sitting in that frequency for longer. So, and they've shown me out in the universe where it is I need to go in order for me to step completely out of my body and they will step into my body. Not sure if I get a front row ticket, if I will be observing. Some trance channels can kind of sit on the sidelines and observe. Others are just, they got no recollection, which is the beauty of recording this stuff. At least I'll be able to go back and witness what's happened. All right, guys, that's enough. Let's get into it. So I've got a very big angelic presence that's coming in now. I'm just seeing lots of white feathers. We'll see who it's going to be. Oh, that's the others. I channel a lot of archangels and ascended masters. All right. Okay, just give me a second. I smile because I feel them. Boom, they're right there. So every time you see me smile is just that acknowledgement of the energy being super, super close. I also get the impression that they've been patiently waiting, even though there is no time and space. For me, they're just honouring the other side of my work, which is really nice that I'm getting that because I have been challenged as to how this space is going to look. So I feel like I'm getting the nod of approval, for want of a better word, that they're happy to share the space. That's nice. So maybe the sessions will just run a little bit longer. Best of both worlds, they're saying. Okay, cool. Welcome, beloved ones. We are always here. We are always near. We are who you refer to as the Legion of Light, and we are the entire angelic realm. You may like to acknowledge us. Use your senses, your perceptions to feel us, to feel our frequency, to feel our love. You may like to use your clairvoyance to see us in an image, which the image is just for your delight. We take many forms, but ultimately we are light. We have been overseeing many of the aspects of your physical incarnations, and you have guardian angels that are assigned to you. They have been assigned to you from birth, and it is their role to watch over you. So you may like to call your guardian angel to step before you so that you can connect with them on a more conscious level. And we, the Legion of Light, will surround you entirely. You are worthy of this. You are special. You are sacred. You are deserving. There is not one human upon the planet that does not have a guardian angel. Whether you choose to believe or not, your soul has its own journey. And the soul, when you go to sleep and moves into the higher realms, can connect with all the dimensions, all the healing, all the teaching, all the learning, and all the work that they do on the higher realms. Perception and awareness is something that can expand and grow. If you look back 5 years, 10 years, your perception and your awareness will have a distinct difference between where you are now. And while some of you are troubled by the length of time that it is taking you to reach certain levels of perception and awareness, please trust the journey. Please know that you are exactly where you are needed to be. Please know that you will gain access when the time is right for you. And do not judge where you're at via another's journey, for they are walking in their own shoes. And they have had their own lessons, their own challenges, and their own wounding, and their own healing, much the same as you do. You cannot walk in another's path. It is yours that we ask that you focus upon. The key is always through your heart, the layers that you have built up, the childhood wounds, the choice to be guarded, so what if we take a moment to focus upon your heart? We understand that there are many that are feeling pressure, expansion, palpitations, flutters within the heart space. Please know that the heart chakra and the higher heart are unifying, that your heart is upgrading energetically, and all that is in between is ready to be released. So, with your guardian angel before you, ask your guardian angel to assist you. And they will be transmitting light towards your heart space. The Legion of Light is also transmitting light, which is creating a sacred space, a loving space, and a healing space that will transmute all energies that you release, but also support you in this process. So as you receive an increase in light from your guardian angel direct to your heart space, you may have memories rise up from experiences all the way from the womb to the present day. Just allow them to rise and be released. You are the observer of all that is ready to be released. And you will move quite quickly through these. And as we release the wounds, the core issues that are presenting, you will also be shown the layers of protection that you have placed, whether you have done this consciously or unconsciously, because of the hurts that you have experienced. So with an increase in light, see the layers being dissolved. And you may see them in your mind's eye symbolically as walls, barriers, bricks, steel, wood, whatever it may be, layer by layer, surrender, release, let go, and feel the freedom that comes from that. Feel as the layers release that your heart has more room, that the light is deeply penetrating as it dissolves all the layers, deeply penetrating into your heart space from your guardian angel. And it fills you up. And feel the resistance. Feel the negative self-talk, the programming that may arise, that you're not ready or you're not good enough or whatever it may be. For we do not believe that. We do not see that or feel that. We know you as the divine, pure soul that you are in incarnation, and you are experiencing all the lessons that the earthly realm has to offer you, and there is no judgment. So we ask that you do not judge yourself, and that you accept, that you receive the light into your heart, for you are worthy, you are deserving, you are lovable, you are dearly loved, you are light, you are beautiful, you are unique, and in that uniqueness, you have purpose. Just release all the limitations from receiving and embodying this light coming from your angelic guardian. And feel your heart expand. You may feel like pressure, tingling. You may feel the flow of light. Your heart chakra and your higher heart expands more and more. Allow the light to fill the room. This is your purpose, to release all the barriers that are limiting you from accepting and honoring who you truly are. You are divine, you are light, and we are all connected. We are always here. We are always near. So be mindful to call upon us. You can call upon us individually, or call upon us as a collective and ask. Be open. Be ready to receive. And just drawing your energy back in now, very gently and very slowly. Thanking your guardian angel and the Legion of Light as they gently step aside now, decreasing their frequency as you call yourself back, calling all aspects of yourself back into your being, becoming aware of the breath, becoming aware of your chest rising and falling with the inward and outward breath, becoming aware of the space, becoming aware of the noises inside and outside of the space. Coming back into full awareness of this space and this moment, full awareness of your body as you call yourself all the way back. And just feeling Mother Earth below you as you connect. Your body is anchored and grounded, just allowing her energy to help draw you back in. Taking a couple of deep breaths, wiggling your hands and toes, feeling the full weight of your body now. And when you're ready, just taking a couple more deep breaths, having a stretch, and opening your eyes. Okay. I'd love some feedback, how you felt, if you saw anything, if you saw the layers, the limitations, the programming, any of that stuff, how you felt in that expanded space. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Everything that is happening to us that comes in our path or along our path is generally a reflection, like how we react is to that situation is an opportunity to, hi Calm, is to give us more insight into what our triggers and our wounding is so that we can then work on healing Okay. So once we take the personal aspect out of it, why we're feeling personally attacked or wounded by said person, action, whatever's going on, it's always good to redirect it back to yourself and see if there's any work that's needed. So, okay, thanks, Calm. So, calming. Nice to see you. If anyone else has some feedback. Karen, yeah, they're good, aren't they? Thank you, Danielle. I love working with the angels. Yeah, generally when I go on stage at the expos, Archangel Michael comes through because he is, as much as the others are in and out, he's the easiest one for me to channel during those bigger spaces. So, okay, Jane says it felt beautiful. Thank you, Jane. Alicia, well, that was intense. I felt so hot. That's the energy moving. And when the release part was happening, I saw walls and cages exploding and I was crying so much. That's beautiful. I felt a release in my solar plexus too, feel much lighter and free. Thank you. I feel so grateful. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm glad it helped you. Thanks, Jenny. Tammy, healing, I could see my heart. Beautiful. Thanks, James. Thank them. Yes. Just felt super heat, pain in right forearm, gone now. Okay. So these trans-channel transmissions is a snippet. It's like a little entree of what we do in classes. As some of my class is actually here tonight. They know I say this all the time. We don't do light and fluffy. We do the deep soul work. We work quite a lot within the DNA. Because the DNA contains the cellular memory of all the existences that you've ever had on any timeline, any universe, any multiverse. So we get in there and we clear stuff out because I really feel like this time, this point in time for our expansion, our development for humanity and our ascension, now is the time to be doing the work. You'll probably find that there's maybe a lot of people around you that are uncomfortable in their lives, like lots of changes going on. And some people will also not be aware of this and be incredibly challenged and could be sitting in, the poor me syndrome as well. So there's a lot going on. Well, I got a green light from my guardian, poured in as the dark black energies were taken away. Then I discovered the steel gate that I didn't realize. But I didn't realize that. Awesome. Better out than in. Awesome. Good stuff. Alicia, thank you for being interested in classes. Just message my page or my phone number is on the bottom of the screen. You can either give me a call tomorrow and we can discuss. That reminds me, I need to send my Tuesday class the email. So we've got classes tomorrow, Tuesday, and we've also got classes on Thursday. So I'll just write myself a little note so I don't forget. All right, guys. 1 hour and 11 minutes and 44 seconds I just saw. I've been seeing 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. They've been the main kind of sequence of numbers at the moment. Just know that it is the universe communicating with you. I know those ones are also about timelines and gateways, and there's a lot going on at the moment. So I will be back next fortnight. I'm in Wollongong this weekend for the event. So yeah, Monday fortnight I will be back, and we will. Spirit's happy to share the space. So we'll be doing some readings, and then we'll be doing the Trance Channel transmission, and it'll just go a little bit longer. How about that? If everyone's okay with that. If we stick to about an hour 15, that feels good to me. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Night, Tam. I will see you on Saturday, definitely. Be kind to yourselves, guys. Look after each other. And yeah, if anyone's interested in anything that I have to offer, you can just message. All right, guys, hopefully I'll see you next fortnight. Take care. Bye.